I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Yes, good morning, y'all. Good morning. I gotta go ahead and do this video. So I really can't sleep right now, but I might go sleep hopefully soon. But let's talk about you, right? And the one who wants to grow oranges at somebody's balcony. The person who want to grow oranges, right? You remember the scene from Waiting for Exhale? And I forgot the character's name. He was so mad at old girl. Instead of him understanding the problem, understanding the situation, he wanted to throw oranges at the woman who was on the balcony. Rather than understanding, first of all, he was drunk. That woman ain't gonna let no drunk man inside of her apartment. Number two, I think that's it. No, no. Number two, he didn't have no good intentions with as well. So he need to understand the situation why he was rejected. See, the problem with a lot of y'all want social media to be y'all's alcoholic anonymous meeting. That's how y'all talk. Listen to y'all. Listen to the rude comments, the crass comments y'all make, and then y'all want me to respect you. Y'all want me to listen what you got to say. You got a cartoon character, a YouTuber who named himself after a cartoon character trying to check me. No, first of all, who is you? I don't know you. And the second thing on top for you is uh don't come for us, nigga. I don't know who you are. Really don't give a fine fuck. But the question is, who the fuck do you think you are to check any damn body when you are a cartoon character and your ideology is that of a broken man? See, you're like that guy with an orange in his hand, pointing up, talking about, I'm getting my passport. You see, you are a threat, and people who got the same mindset of you, right? Now, I said this in my community tab. I said the only people who I respect is Stardust, Martin Goldberg, Barbarossa, and Marcus A. Brown. The reason why I respect these four and not y'all is because y'all are crass, crude, ignorant, and y'all are full of emotion. Everything you say is full of emotion. I can listen to Stardust any time of the day because at least he's philosophical, while y'all are anti-intellectual. You see, y'all want to defend a certain ideology. You want to defend a certain ideology when you are not putting the best foot forward to represent said ideology. That's why, though, y'all are sad. Y'all look sad, stupid, and sick. That's why y'all are creepy. You're creepy. See, you're mad. A lot of y'all are mad, not because of the condition of society and your homeboy said, well, Big J was this and Big J was because the reason why Big J don't want to listen to me because no, I don't want to listen to you because how your voice sound. I don't want to listen to you because not only because you sound like man, you choking on gravel. You're rude, you're crude. You think I'm gonna listen to you and you're insulting. So you think I'm gonna listen to you? And plus though, you hadn't been here since 2006. You got here when Tommy got here. You got here when Tommy got here, which was 6 years later. You don't know shit about the ideology. You wasn't here when Barbarossa was here. You wasn't here when Martin Goldberg was here. You wasn't here when Stardust used to go by the name when Stardust was here first started. You wasn't here for all that. You're talking and don't know shit. That's my problem with y'all. You're talking, don't know shit, and then here's you coming on YouTube. A lot of y'all come on YouTube broken, treating this as an AA meeting. Y'all come on YouTube to shame, blame, and explain, and don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't. There's layers to this shit. Oh, and by the way, I do got it. Since you said since one of your homeboys said I'm downplaying a certain law in Tennessee, I hope though. I hope in the next couple of weeks we're going to talk about this Big J download. We're going to debunk that. It's going to be debunked though. Hopefully, the next few days, if things ride the way it does, it will be debunked. Y'all talk about y'all changing the world, y'all changing society. To do what? Nobody's going to listen to a bunch of angry men and angry men and angry women online who can't grasp and can't cope. It's one thing to sit there and say, I'm not getting married, I'm not having no children because X, Y, and Z, right? And dumbass gonna sit there and say something that was blatantly stupid. Well, Big J, you want us. And Big J, you said you don't want to get married and you don't want to have children. Who said that? When did I say that? And why did I say that? That's the stupid. No, you trying to make me a part of your little punk ass team, or was part of your team, when not even understanding what I actually said. See, a lot of y'all are a bunch of reading rainbows. Y'all don't comprehend. When somebody's telling you something, you don't fucking comprehend. I do believe in marriage. I do believe in having children. Just because though I don't attain something does not mean I'm rejecting it. I'm using the argument here. I'm using this as a base argument. If just because you wanted something, just because you don't attain something and of things that you desire, does that mean you reject of what you desire? That's on you. Because life didn't give you the cards, you want to make every other woman a problem. Every woman is not my problem. That's your warped thinking. Women ain't my problem. It's rude, crass, and unintelligent people are my problem. If you're going to have a conversation with me, you better talk right and act right around me. You better act like, man, you got some damn common sense. Right, right. Assholes anonymous. Yeah, see, let me tell you something, George. Yeah, I am talking about these manosphere clowns. I am. But there's a subsect of the manosphere I'm definitely talking about. I'm not talking about the BGSs of the world. I'm talking about these low grade Negroes, the Negroes who are at the bottom. I'm gonna leave BGS and Angry Man alone for a minute. Let me address these low grade ass Negroes. This I'm talking about them, right? YouTube is not an AA meeting. Y'all act like this is you act like you had a basement of a Methodist church somewhere talking about hi bae, hi bae. I'm MGTOW. Hi, I'm MGTOW. Hi Fred. Hi Fred. I'm passport bro. Oh, passport bro. That's how y'all y'all are in these AA meetings in a basement. Y'all at a basement of a church. Now I don't know, man. If any of y'all been to an AA meeting, you know, you see chairs in a circle, and you see these people talking about speaking in monotone voice, talking about okay, and then they try to hug it out at the end, and still not trying to identify why they have a problem, because it's always the bitch's problem. It's the bitch's fault. I became passport broke because the black bitch did this. I became MGTOW because the woman accused me of that. I became red pill because of this. I became PUA because of that. Not understanding that your words and your lack of accountability affects the next generation. You see, unlike you, see when see here see here's the difference between me and you. One of them niggas said, "Well, Big J, you got rejected. Oh, Big J, you did this." Let me help you Negroes out. I was a part of y'all because I told y'all back then, and there's videos that can disprove. There's videos by me and blog talk shows by me disprove y'all's logic. You cannot say Big J hates women when anytime you hear a woman's voice in the background, and one of my in 2014, 2015, if you hear a woman voice in the background, you would know I was not single. Now, some of y'all know there was a woman in the background in my videos. Pure Butterfly Spirit can tell you who that woman is because that's a mutual friend. That's Pure's friend. That the woman who I was dating is Pure Butterfly Spirit's Butterfly Spirit's friend. It was a mutual friend. See, there was a problem that I have with like with you losers is that y'all come on YouTube thinking that the world evolves around you and you're so afraid. First of all, I'm gonna ask you something. How can you be afraid of something and yet you won't get politically involved? If you are not politically involved, you know what? I'm gonna leave that question alone. That's a good question though. Because back then y'all say y'all don't want to get politically involved because it doesn't matter because y'all hate the MRAs, right? Y'all can't stand the MRA, so it doesn't work. But now because of Donald Trump, y'all want to sit here and say it does. Well, you gotta make your mind up. Does it work or does it work or it doesn't? While you're over here having these AA meetings online. What's going on, V Dub? I see you in the chat room. While you're having these, while you're up on here on YouTube having these shame, blame, and explain narratives, kissing up to Anton, kissing up to BGS, kissing up to Angry Man, and kissing up to Tommy Sotomayor, and y'all thinking that y'all here trying to, we're saving the world. And let me talk about that whole issue of Big J downplaying the fraternity fraud law that was passed in Tennessee. Oh, Big J is downplaying our involvement of the fraternity law in Tennessee. Wait until I get that video up and running. Wait until I get that. Well, that video's coming, by the way. That video's coming, and it will disprove every damn thing that BGS says. See, I'm going to debunk the shit out of BGS, though. I'm going to debunk the shit out of him again. Like that fraternal fraud law that was passed in Tennessee. Let's just say I got on the phone. Yeah, let's just say I got on the phone and I said, sir, ma'am, did anybody from the manager contacted y'all to change his bill, change his law? That's all it took. Me pick up the phone up and say, and then BJ's gonna sit talking about, yeah, man, I changed, yeah, man, we changed the bill, we changed the law. So I asked a question. Well, who is the person who wrote the bill? He couldn't even name the person who made the bill, wrote the bill, sponsored the bill. The only thing he said is we changed. Don't even know the guy's name. How are you gonna back a piece of legislation and say, though, we helped pass a legislation in a state of Tennessee and a state of Georgia, and y'all don't even know the names? See, but I did some research of the names, and I got on the telephone. I got on the telephone. I got on the email. Got on that. So you better not say a fucking thing about Big J don't know shit. See, let me tell you something. A lot of y'all are liars. Right. They're talking about one accomplishment in one state. How does that affect the entire? Right. Exactly. Tennessee is one state, right? And the person who I called on the phone in Tennessee, he's like, what are you talking about? Who? What? That's all I got was a who and a what. These people don't even know you. And this whole idea of fraternity fraud, right? That fraternity, like 30% of men don't know. No. That whole 30% came from Australia. It was a British scientist who went to a small town in 1972. Went to a small town in Australia. That's where the 30% of men who and if you read, and here is the thing about fraternity fraud, right? That law that was passed in Tennessee. Maybe y'all want to read that law, because the findings is not of all fathers. It's a particular type of a father that that bill is aimed at, or the type of is aiming for. It's a type of father. So I wouldn't be too happy on talking, oh, we passed fraternity fraud laws. Oh yay. If you read the bill, you read the law, you know, y'all would have pumped y'all brakes on this shit. Y'all pump the brakes. Because it does not address what the shit you niggas are talking about. See, that's why reading is fundamental. Reading is fundamental. What's going on, Hammer Time Funk? Yes, reading is fundamental. Y'all can't even read. Y'all try to advocate something that y'all can't even read. Y'all that y'all didn't even read. That's like me trying to advocate that's like me trying to do a book report on Moby Dick, and I don't even know the the five main characters in the book. That's like me trying to do a book report on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me try to. What is a recent book? That's like me trying to do a book report on the Hunger Games, right? But I don't know who is the main character. Who does that? Who does that? How you going to do? How you going to write? Going to advocate for a law, for a bill you never even read and don't even know who is the author of said law? But you over here talking about Big J trying to downplay it, nigga. Sit your punk ass down somewhere. You know, y'all over here having these AA meetings about nothing. Ain't nobody's fault why women don't like you, except for you. It's not my fault why women reject you. For real, you know, y'all want to blame feminism and all that. No, Professor Scott Galloway. Let's talk about Professor Scott Galloway. Wait, right? Yeah, man. We try to talk to Professor Scott Galloway. No, 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 you didn't. We try to tell Professor Scott Galloway. Professor Scott Galloway don't even know who you are. We try to tell him. He don't even know. He doesn't even acknowledge you. Why? Because you're just another YouTuber, another person on YouTube who's trying to shame, blame, and explain. And I also bet you this too. Since Scott Galloway is a professor at NYU, how come though y'all ain't trying to contact his office because he is a professor at university at the New York university. See, unlike y'all, I call people on the phone. I call politicians on the phone. I call certain professors on the phone. Y'all don't do that. Y'all just come online and say, "Yeah, man, we try to tell him." Shut up. Y'all ain't trying to tell shit. We're talking and don't know shit. And you're over here mad because nobody takes y'all seriously. And I say the word y'all. Nobody really takes y'all seriously. So let me tell you what one of you niggas. I'm talking about one of you niggas. Let me tell you something, nigga. if you was, I'm gonna put it like this. If you was if women, I'll put it like this. If women deem you to be a good looking man, a handsome man, if a woman would have seen your ass and said, "Oh, um, I think such and such has a nice voice, and such isn't ugly, is such and such, such and such is handsome, he's well mannered," I bet you wouldn't be MGTOW. Okay, you wouldn't be MGTOW if women find your black ass appealing. Okay, if a woman would find your ass appealing, you wouldn't be calling yourself MGTOW. The other niggas in this part, y'all wouldn't be saying you a passport bro. Some of you niggas wouldn't be saying you're SYSBM. And you SYSBM dudes, y'all are a special group because the thing is though, you try to tell Keisha, your only dating options is Keisha. And because y'all want to raise a family with Keisha, I mean, you try to raise you like no, scratch that from the record. I said it in a better way, because Keisha is your only dating choice, dating option rather. Y'all can't punch up. Y'all can't punch above your weight and escape. So therefore, y'all try to punch down and try to force something that you can't change. You see, let me tell you what I mean by that. You can't change Keisha's bad attitude, her obnoxious behavior, how she looks, how she dressed, when Keisha is just a reflection of you. The same household she comes from, it's the same household your black ass came from. You're no better than she is. See, a real man of a substance would not come online and talk shit about women all day. 8-hour live streams about women. The last thing that a thinking man would do is worry about what a woman doing, because it doesn't take much. Well, some of us have to work on it, though. Some of us more than others have to work on it. But as a general rule, in order to get anyone's attention, is is your talent. If you don't have no talent, or you're not putting your talent out there, then she's not going to talk to you. You're not going to get her attention. So if you over here screaming in your garage in the middle of the night, nobody's going to listen to you. Man or woman is not going to listen to you. Men are not going to listen to you to hear anything that you got to say, and women are not going to pay attention to you because they see you as unappealing and unattractive. You're just a incel. That's all you are, or that's what they would see you as, just an incel. yelling in the dark, yelling at night, yelling in your garage, yelling in your car, being like your homeboy Edward Anderson, running to ditches and red lights. See, y'all gotta stop treating this shit as an AA meeting, because you're out here looking bad. Y'all looking atrocious, and you're sitting here on that scene from Waiting to Exhale, pointing up at the balcony, holding an orange, trying to swing an orange at somebody at a basement. And you know what? You know what? I noticed that too, though, Gen Z. I noticed that too. And don't let me talk about who done who, because if I bring that out, oh man, it's gonna be worse than my beef with the man, my beef with the MGTOWs. Because I know some of these SYSBM dudes had sex with a woman who done a Nazi salute. And when I saw the footage of that, right? Y'all fuck a woman, a white woman who did a Nazi salute. And it's you niggas online. And do not, I'm gonna say something right now. It's one of these niggas that y'all see online. Y'all seen this one particular nigga on panels. Talking about he's SYSBM. Homegirl, white girl, did a Nazi salute in y'all's face. Hell Hitler. And y'all still fuck the bitch? But you're mad at black women, though. I better not say nothing about that, because when I saw the pictures and the footage, I said, this tells me everything I need to know. It would prove my point about these red pill ass niggas. He said, I won't mention, Gen Z said, I won't mention the child or name. Let's just say they're in that lifestyle. Yeah, Gen Z. They're about four or five of them niggas over there. There's about 4 or 5 of those niggas in the SYSBM who's on that swinger shit, and they do that race play shit. If you want to get a white woman, it's not that. Let me say something. If you want to get your white woman, right? First of all, act normal, for one. Number 2, act like you got some sense. And number 3, make sure you dress. Okay? Dress to impress. If you're trying to get your white woman, do that. But what these idiots do online is, well, instead of finding a normal white girl to date and marry, a normal Hispanic woman, instead of going to the average white girl or the higher up white girl, they go down to the bottom. And because they think, oh well, white is right? They on this white is right. So let me just get to any other white chick. White chick can be fat as hell. White chick could be could be big as hell. A white chick could look like she hadn't ate. She's anorexic. She looked like a boy almost. On two opposite ends. Too fat, too damn skinny. One look overblown, the other one look like a boy. As long as she white, we don't give a fuck. And we're gonna say, well, she's the finest thing ever. Compared to a normal looking black woman. Or black woman of You're trying to judge, trying to use the beauty standards, trying to take down a black woman's beauty and put these bottom shelf white women above this beautiful black woman. They do that whole ass shit, right? They better not say shit over there in the SYSBM community. See them come on panels. They come on the panels, and you up on the panel with them, and they be saying some crazy, ridiculous shit, you know, and men with no identity or self-worth infiltrate all these movements to destroy them. Oh yeah, you're right about that, man of tomorrow. You're right about that. You got people who got no purpose in life. The only purpose is having no pride, you know. And I'm just sitting here just chuckling at this shit. Like, man, y'all said y'all say bottom shelf Becky is the y'all saying Becky is a bomb, but even the Becky's, quote unquote, right? And again, I don't use that term Becky, but just for the sake of the conversation, right? Those Becky's that y'all try to put up on top of the proverbial food chain, they don't even want you. And even the choice of white women that like y'all pick from, they look down upon them too. Over here, some of y'all living in, some of y'all have these big out of shape women over here, and y'all saying, "Oh man, she's better than any black woman on the planet," and she got fucking ass a prison record, jail record, and shit. Got tattoos all over her ass. Got splices. She's splicing her fucking wrist and shit. She's in that blood shit. And here is you thinking, oh man, she's better than any black woman on the planet. Sit down and shut up. You're over here trying to cope. Stop it. See all these niggas doing that shit. And back to that nigga. And I can't unseen that shit. After I saw what I saw, I can't unsee it. I can't unsee that. She gave you a Nazi salute. And you still fuck? She still fuck you. You still hit that. One of you Negroes still hit that. Still clap those cheeks after she told y'all you are of a inferior race. Well, I'll be damned. She tell y'all you are inferior. And you still went ahead and clapped those damn cheeks. But you want to come on YouTube and say, "Oh, I'm 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 above Keisha. I'm above the black community." Nigga, please. And notice I ain't saying nobody's name. Some of y'all, I think Gen Z who's in the chat room, you might know who I'm referring to. I ain't saying no names because that nigga does not deserve any recognition. Because damn, that's That's sad though. That's sad, to see that shit. They hear that shit, you know. Since I'm here though in the morning, um, something else I want to say, but I'm gonna say that later on because this wasn't going to be a long live stream. What me have you? It was just going to be a short thing to say. Oh! I want to say this too, right? I'm gonna say this too though because I meant to say this early this morning before old girl got up on my panel and the conversation kind of got derailed. But I'm gonna say something straight up. Something else was brought to my attention, and something had to do with female manipulation. Let me tell you something about some of you women. Do not come on my channel trying to manipulate shit. I ain't talking to the men. I'm talking to the women now. Don't you ever try to manipulate what's going on. See, here is the thing here, right? I am welcoming, right? What I mean is, what I mean is, I welcome anybody despite their background. I, for one, don't give a flying fuck about your race, your gender, and yes, your sexual orientation. I really don't give a fuck, right? Anybody is welcome to talk on my panel. But I am also unwelcoming. I am also am not welcoming. I don't appreciate disrespect. I don't uh uh racism and sexism. I do not fucking ass. Do not bring that bullshit on my panel. What I don't fucking respect is clownish behavior from grown people over the age of 30. If you're over the age of 35 and you're acting clownish, don't be surprised that I kick you off the panel and I will ban you in my chat room. So let's not go there. So yes, I am unwelcoming on that level, right? So in other words, you better talk like you got some sense. You better act like, man, you got some sense. Because if you talk right and act right around me, then things will be perfectly all right. So let me tell this to the slow nigga who's mad. The nigga who's mad yelling in his goddamn garage. You talk right and you act right. The things with me would be all right, but nigga, it's too late for you. It's too late for you. You're over the age of 40 and you're still mad about women. You're mad about some woman in your 20s and you're in your 40s. You might want to let that go. Nobody cares. And that is a fact over your goddamn feeling. Okay? That's a fact over your feeling. Nobody gives a fuck about your problem. Men of with no identity or self worth. Yeah, you see, and that's a problem. We got too many people who got no self-worth and no identity. They try to cling on to other men. They're looking for daddies and they're looking for uncles and shit. Any man that call himself an uncle, be suspicious of that. If a man referred to himself as an uncle, go to Uncle so-and-so. I'm your Uncle so-and-so. Beware of that. David Carroll never said he was somebody's uncle. Now, his fans call him Uncle Dave. And his contractors like me refer to him as Uncle Dave. But he's nobody's fucking uncle. Because none of us over here take him that fucking seriously. Well, I mean, okay, that's fine. That's fine. But I don't call, okay, I understand that the boxing, but I don't call no other man uncle around here. You know, if you want to do that, the boxing scholar, that's on you. But I don't call no other nigga uncle. You know, I'm just saying. I'm calling no other man uncles and shit. Yeah, I'm tired. Like we got this person right here, right? You see, I'm gonna make you talk right and act right around here. So since you come over here calling somebody a big punk, well, consequences is harsh. Because of the disrespect, the consequence is gonna be harsh. So anyway, he got his ass banned, y'all. He got his ass banned. I don't play with that shit. You want to talk to me? You better be mind your P's and Q's. You better mind your P's and Q's. You better dot every I and cross every T. Because you're not gonna come on my channel with no fucking disrespect. It's your whole ass. Because nobody ain't talking to you, nigga. What's going on, conscious moron? What's going on with you? I'm about to hang this up. But yeah, I'm about to hang this up. And yeah. I got some things coming down on the pike. Hopefully next week I can turn things around and I might form a LLC. Who knows? I might form an LLC. But anyway, let me get off of here. Thank y'all for coming. I said enough about this, too many of y'all coming on YouTube as an AA meeting, and it really it's getting sad. It's getting sad, that like y'all come on YouTube and treat it as an AA meeting, and y'all won't seek help. Y'all won't seek professional, uh, professional help. So, and that's why it makes y'all deem um dangerous. All right. Y'all won't seek the help that you really need, and you're over here drawing oranges at somebody's balcony, and yeah, it needs to stop. Anyway, let me get out of here. See y'all next time. Peace.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.